Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're joining me today. The edition of the Daf Yomi, and we're doing Menachot Tractate Masechet Daf 34a. So let's dive straight in. Tanu Rabbanan. The Totzfos, Harikan Arba Divrei Rabbi Shmuel. The sages taught a Baraita with regard to the number of compartments in the phylacteries of the head. The verse states, it shall be for a sign upon your hand and for a Totzfos between your eyes. That's Exodus 13:16. The word Totzfos spelled deficient without a vav before the final letter in a way that it can be read as singular. And again, there should be Totzfot between your eyes in Deuteronomy 6:8. Spelled as a singular word, and again there should be for Totzfot between your eyes in Deuteronomy 11:18. So what's the footnote? The Totzfot. According to the additional text of the Torah in use today, the word Totzfot is spelled without a second vav in all three instances. The only difference is that Totzfot in Deuteronomy 6:8 has no vav at all, whereas the other two have one vav near the beginning of the word. And it's clear from the Baraita that the Tanaim possess a different version of the biblical text in which one of the three instances was spelled with a second vav. This is not the only example of this phenomenon. There are other cases where it is clear that the biblical text possessed by the Tanaim or Amoraim differs from contemporary text with regard to the spelling of certain words with or without a vav or yud. In these instances, the Ran is of the opinion that the spelling of Torah scrolls should be corrected to match the Gemara's version. No Matel Halacha follows the response of the Rashba and the Radbaz, who say that the original text should be maintained as is indicated in Tractate Sofrim. In Sanhedrin 4b, Rashi states that in Exodus 13:16 and Deuteronomy 6:8, the word Totzfot lacks the vav entirely. In Deuteronomy 11:18, it has two instances of the letter vav. According to his explanation, the Baraita follows the order of the verses. The Rid explains similarly, although in his version the word Totzfot in Deuteronomy 11:18 has one vav, this time spelled plain, with a vav before the final letter in a manner that must be plural. There are four mentions of Totzfot here, as the third one is written in the plural and therefore counts as two. Consequently, it's derived that the phylacteries of the head must have four compartments. This is a statement of Rabbi Shmuel. Rabbi Kiva says, there is no need for this proof, as the requirement for all four compartments can be derived from the word Totzfot itself. The word Tot in the language of Katfe means two, and the word Pat in the language of Afriki also means two. Therefore, Totzfot can be understood as a compound word meaning four. The sages taught in Baraita. One might have thought that a scribe should write the passage of phylacteries on the head on four separate compartments, i.e. parchments, and place them in four compartments of four hides, one passage in each compartment. Therefore, the verse states, and for a memorial between your eyes, Exodus 13:9. This teaches, and I said to you that the phylacteries are one memorial, but they are not two or three memorials, i.e. the phylacteries themselves must be one unit. How so? One writes a passage of four hides and places them in four compartments, fashioned in one hide. But the mitzvah of phylacteries requires that the four passages be written on four parchments, which are rolled up separately and inserted into four compartments in fashion in one hide. If we wrote all four passages on a single parchment, it is fit, even if there is no space between them, provided that there is a string or thread between the compartments. In accordance to the opinion of the rabbis, one should place the thread even if the passages were written on different parchments, as stated by Tosfot, although it is not an indispensable requirement. And that's in the Rambam Sefer Hava, Hilchot Tefillah Mezuzah v'Sefer Torah 2:1, 3:11, Shulchan Aruch Orach Chaim 32:2, 38, 47, 51, and see the Mishnah Berurah there. There's another footnote here. Rashi explains that the process of preparing phylacteries of the head, one takes a soft hide and places it in a mold that has four protrusions, one alongside the other. After wetting and drying the hide, four compartments are formed, and if the scribe wrote all four of them on one hide and placed them in four compartments by slitting the parchment between each of the patches, the one who does these phylacteries will fulfill this obligation. As in such a case, it is necessary for there to be space between each passages. The commentaries disagree as to the meaning of this statement. Others agree with regard to how Rashi explains the statement. Most of the commentaries maintain that this refers to writing the passages on one parchment. According to Rabbi Yehuda Nasi, there must be space between the passages so that each of them can be inserted fully into its own compartment, whereas the rabbis hold this is not necessary. And in any case, one will place a single hide over all of them, said the Rid. Others contend that the rabbis agree that there must be a space, but the difference between Rabbi Yehuda and Nasi rules that a large space is required between them, as though each of them were rolled separately, the Rishaba. Yet others are of the opinion that this refers to the space between the compartments. Rabbi Yehuda Nasi says that there must be enough space between them so that each is clearly a separate compartment. That's from the Rabbeinu Simcha, cited in Or Zarua. Okay, it's from the Beis Yosef. So that each can be placed in a separate compartment. This is a statement of Rabbi Yehuda Nasi. And the rabbis say it is not necessary for there to be space between them. And Rabbi Yehuda Nasi and the rabbis agree that one places a string or a thicker band between each and every one of the four compartments. Although the rabbis do not require a space between the passages or between the compartments, they concede that one must at least place a string or a thread into the furrow between the compartments in order to separate them from one another. This thread is sewn into the hide of the Tit or the base of phylacteries upon which the components rest, Seivat Ruma, so that each can be placed in a separate compartment. This is statement of Rabbi Yehuda Nasi. And the rabbis say it is not necessary for there to be space between them. Rabbi Yehuda Nasi and the rabbis agree that one places a string or a thicker band between each and every one of the four compartments. The Braita adds, and if therefore either lines marking the separation between the compartments are not noticeable from the outside, the phylacteries don't fit. So what does that mean? Ein charizan nika. The furrow between each of the compartments of the phylacteries of the head must reach the sewn line between the compartment and the tehora, the base of the phylacteries, C35a. If it does not reach that far down, the phylacteries are fit, provided that the four compartments are clearly marked and separate from one another. If the furrow is not noticeable at all, phylacteries don't fit as stated in the Braita. The Rambam says, "V'hava hilchot min hamezuzah v'sefer Torah." The 11th Shulchan Aruch Chaim 32:40. The sage is taught in the Braita how to describe by them with regard to the phylacteries of the arm. The phylacteries of the arm have one compartment. One writes all four passages on one parchment in four separate columns and rolls it up in the manner of a Torah scroll from the end to the beginning, and then places it in the compartment. If one writes the passages on four parchments and places them in a single compartment, it is fit. Nochen is according to the opinion of Rabbi Yossi, as Rabbi Yehuda concedes to his opinion. The Rambam writes that the custom is in such a case is to attach the parchment so that they appear as a single parchment, and one should be careful to use glue that is fit, from a kosher animal, after the phylacteries are fit, even if one does not attach pieces of parchment. As the Rambam says for Hava, because the Finam Mezuzah Sefer Torah 2:1-386, Chaim 32, 38, 47, and see the Mishnah Berurah there. He writes them on the one hide. But if you write them on four separate hides and place it in one compartment, one who wears it has to fulfill his obligation. And in such a case, to attach the four parchments as stated, and shall be for a sign for you upon your arm. The 39. This teaches that just as the phylacteries of the arm are one side on the outside, and compartment fashioned from a single hide, so too there must be one sign on the inside. I.e., four passages must be written on a single parchment. This statement of Rabbi Yehuda and Rabbi Yossi says it is not necessary to attach the passages. Rabbi Yossi says and Rabbi Yehuda the distinguished Beribi. What does that mean? Beribi the distinguished. This honorific title for a great person was added to the names of several sages. The word is probably a connection between a contraction of the words bar and rabbi, which together means son of a sage. It was first used as an honorific for sages who were sons of sages, but its meaning was later broadened to refer even to great scholars who did not have distinguished fathers. Consider that if one does not have phylacteries on the arm, the ability to convert phylacteries on the head into phylacteries of the arm. One may not even take a strap from the phylacteries of the head, neither phylacteries of the arm, because one does not downgrade an item from a level of great sanctity to a level of lesser sanctity. Only of the head are considered to have great sanctity, the level of the arm, because the majority of the letters Shin, Daled, Yud are on the phylacteries of the head. The scholars won't make a word phylacteries of the arm to phylacteries of the head if the phylacteries are new, not yet been worn, nor may even convert phylacteries of the head into phylacteries of the arm. By covering them with a single height so they appear as one compartment. Rambam Sefer HaMachilchot Tefillah Mezuzah of Sefer Torah T17 Shulchan Aruch Chaim 42:1. When there's two phylacteries on the head, that he covers one of them with patches of hide to render it like one compartment and place it on his arm. The Gemara asks, how can Rabbi Yossi say that Rabbi Yehuda concedes to him in this case? This is the very situation in which the dispute applies, and they disagree over whether or not the passage of phylactery of the arm may be written on separate parchments. Rabbi said, from Rabbi Yossi's statement, one can infer that Rabbi Yehuda attacked his opinion except Rabbi Yossi's opinion. Rabbi Yossi said that all agree that one can convert phylacteries of the head into phylacteries of the arm. Why is that so? Rabbi Hananiah sent the following ruling in the name of Rabbi Yochanan: if one has phylacteries of the arm, he can convert it into phylacteries of the head. If one has phylacteries of the head, he cannot convert it into phylacteries of the arm, because one does not reduce the sanctity of an item from a level of greater sanctity of the phylacteries of the head to a level of lesser sanctity of the phylacteries of the arm. Explain a bit more. Mekdusha chamura lekdusha kala. Rashi explains that the sanctity referred to here is the name of God, as the majority of the letters Shin, Dalet, and Yod, which spell the name of God, are found on the phylacteries of the head. The Shin protrudes from the side of the compartment itself, and the Dalet is on the knot on the lower back of the head. The phylacteries of the arm, by contrast, has only the letter Yod on its knot. Other commentators are put by this interpretation as the letters, which are not joined together, do not constitute an actual name of God. For 35b. It's perhaps for this reason that Rashi suggests a different explanation. The main praise of God through phylacteries is phylacteries of the head, which is stated, and all the nations of the land shall see that the name of the Lord is called upon you, and they will fear you. Deuteronomy 28:10, c. 35b. Others state that the very fact that the phylacteries of the head are placed on one's head, which is a more dignified place on the body than one's arm, accords them a great level of sanctity, and that's in the Piskei Harid. The Gemara answers, this is not difficult, as this ruling is stated with regard to old phylacteries which have been worn on one's head and therefore have a greater level of sanctity, whereas the ruling is stated with regard to new phylacteries which have not yet been used. The Gemara adds, and according to the one who says that designation is significant, i.e., once one designates an item for use in fulfilling a particular mitzvah, it assumes the sanctity of an item used for mitzvot. This ruling is stated with regard to a case where he stipulates with regard to them from the outset. Then he may convert it from the phylacteries of the head to phylacteries of the arm, and only in this circumstance is it permitted to convert them. The sage is taught in a Braita. How does one arrange the four passages inside the phylacteries? So there's a background here. And there's images in the phylacteries of the head according to various opinions from the side of one done phylacteries. And so there's different orders. So the opinion of Rashi says, here can listen, but the Shema bring sanctify. Rabbeinu Tam is different. He says listen before hearken. And then you've got the Ravid citing the Rav Hagon, sanctify, hearken, bring, listen. And the Shemush of Rabbah, sanctify, bring, listen, hearken. So, in the order of the passages in the phylacteries of the head according to Rashi and Rambam is as follows. Exodus 13, 1-10, in the leftmost part relative to the Daniel, the phylacteries, then Exodus 13, 11-16, followed by Deuteronomy 6, 4-9, finally Deuteronomy 11, 13-21 in the fourth compartment, which is the farthest from his right. According to Rabbeinu Tam, as I said, you look at the pictures, the Geonim and the commentators disagree with regard to the meaning of this passage. According to Rashi and the Rambam, this order follows the order in the Torah, as indicated by the statement of the Braita, and in this manner the reader reads the passage in the order. Therefore, when the reader stands opposite the one done in the tefillin, he reads from right to left. Exodus 13, 1-10, Exodus 13, 11-16, Deuteronomy 6, 4-9, and Deuteronomy 11, 13-21. Other commentators reject this interpretation, claiming, and if it was so, there was no need for a Braita to say the two passages are to the right and those two to the left. and I could simply have listed them in order to the Rebbeinu Tam. One resolution of this difficulty is the Brisa seeks to refer to the 4 pastures as 2 sets of 2. There's from the Exodus and there's from Deuteronomy, so from the Yavits. According to Rebbeinu Tam and other Gaonim and in the commentaries, the order is Exodus 13:1. And good on the again, Rav Hagan provides a note to remember this order. The Havayot, i.e. the passages beginning with the word Vahaya, are adjacent to each other. The Rambam, in response to the sage of Lunel, writes that even those who accept this order maintain their opinion only with regard to phylacteries of the head, but everyone agrees that the phylacteries must be in the order that the passages appear in the Torah. He says the Mishnah on the Rambam Sefer Havayot to Finim Azul of Sefer Torah 3:6. Other commentators disagree with the Rambam's conclusion. In addition to these 2 opinions, there are 2 other opinions among the early commentaries. According to one, the 2 Havayot passages are in fact in the middle, but their order is from right to left, of one way in the phylacteries, not to be the opposite him. The Bible said to have gone. Finally, there is an opinion of Shemusha Rabbah, an ancient text on scribal writing, which follows the opinion of Rashi with regard to the order of the passages, but holds that they are inserted from the right to the left of the one done in the phylacteries. The passage of sanctifying to me, Exodus 13:1-10, and the passage of and it shall be when he shall bring you, Exodus 13:11-16, are placed on the right. The passage of listen, O Israel, Deuteronomy 6:4-9, passage of it shall come to pass if you shall hearken diligently, in Deuteronomy 11:13-21, are placed on the left. Then what asked, but isn't it taught in a Brisa that one places them in the opposite manner, with the first passages on the left and the last two on the right? Abai said that this is not difficult. Here it means to the right of the reader, i.e. the one who is standing opposite the one done in the phylacteries, whereas it means to the right of the one done in the phylacteries. And in this manner the reader reads the passages in their order as they appear in the Torah, starting with Exodus 13:1-10 to his right. And Hananiah says that Rav says, if one exchanges passages, I place them in different order than the compartment of the phylacteries on fit. Abai said, we do not say this. Let's go on to the next Omer to finish that. It says, unless it's a case of one exchanges an inner passage for an outer one, i.e. he plays the passage of the Exodus 13:11-16 to the right of the Exodus 13:10, or an outer passage for an inner one, and he plays the passage of Deuteronomy 11:13-21 to the right of Deuteronomy 6:4-9. But if one exchanges an inner passage for the other inner one, he exchanges Exodus 13:11-16 with Deuteronomy 6:4, or an outer passage for the other outer one, he exchanges Exodus 13:1-10 with Deuteronomy 11:13-21. We have no problem with it. And that ends that daf. I hope you have a good day and take care. All the best. Bye.